What's going on, everyone? Talen here, and welcome to another account progression video. Alright, so it is time for another Tier 2 character, and we're going to be getting Spider-Gwen to Tier 2 today. So, yeah, just kind of randomly decided to Tier 2 her because she had the little red dot there. Pretty much no other reason. I've been using a lot of my extra bios on leveling characters up to level 70, so I don't have a lot of characters anymore that have this little red dot because I've been burning through my bios, and she was one of them, and I decided I just want to start Tier 2ing a few more characters so that I can start getting towards my goal of having my entire roster at Tier 2. So, Spider-Gwen, you are up for today. So let's go ahead and take a look at her before we Tier 2 her. So, of course, her gears are at 20, and none of her skills actually need to be leveled up, so she's pretty basic in terms of what her skills can do, because you do not get increased webbing, as you can see there. Yeah, the webbing doesn't go up, so don't need to level that up, don't need to level any of those up as well. Again, it's not going to go up, so yeah, she only has 2 skills with webbing, so not super great, and it's only for 1 second and for 2 seconds. But she does have some iframes, so that will make her a little more useful. And then the isolate set, we have overdrive on her, so we do have an offensive set. Her custom gear, we do have a immune to guard break, poison resist, and 140 damage proc. So yeah, I put a damage proc on her like way back when her uniform came out. The, what are they just calling this? Gwendolyn Stacy? Yeah, so the Gwen Stacy uniform came out, and yeah, because I don't know, she was fun to play in Shadowland, and the damage proc helped her to clear the stages a little bit better, and she does have enough iframes that you can get away without putting a invincibility obelisk on her if you're playing her manually, but besides that, she's a pretty fragile character and will die really quickly, so definitely not going to have much value in PvP, and yeah, not going to perform very well in World Boss Ultimate, so yeah, she's mainly just going to be a Shadowland character. But anyway, now that we've got that out of the way, let's go ahead and get her leveled up to Tier 2 here. So yep, we are going to be Tier 2ing her naturally, of course, because I do have all of these extra materials for now, that is. Yeah, there we go. So Spider-Gwen Tier 2. We have a Web Warrior, eh? Oh yeah, what was her Tier 2? So her Tier 2 is when attacking, apply to self, accumulate 13% of true damage dealt regardless of defensive dodge. So it's damage dealt, and then she's going to accumulate that damage into all attack, and she gets 1% all attack for every 1% accumulated. I mean, not bad. I definitely prefer that over the getting hit one. And then we have increased guaranteed dodge by 40%. That is really good. 40% is a lot of guaranteed dodge. But the only downside to this is, of course, it is on a cooldown, so it's going to be up for 20 seconds, and then we have a 25-second cooldown, so there's only 5 seconds of downtime. It's when attacking to trigger it, which is the best way to have one of these kind of passives activate, so you don't have to get hit, so I definitely like that. And she does have a lot of iframes, so I think you're not going to really notice that 5 seconds downtime too much, or at least hopefully not, because it just says when attacking, so it should be 100%. As I was saying before I got interrupted by a phone call there, it should be a 100% chance because it just says when attacking, so hopefully you shouldn't notice that 5 seconds of downtime too much. Anyway, let's go ahead and back out here. So there we go, Spider-Woman. Alright, very good. So now we have Spider-Gwen, or Gwen Stacy here, leveled up and Tier 2'd, so let's go ahead and try out a little bit and see how she plays now that she's freshly Tier 2'd, see if that increases her power a little bit, because she was a little bit slow on clearing some of the Shadowland stages before. Alright, so here we are at Shadowland. We have floor 14, and it is going to be a rumble for speed characters, so we can try her out here, but I'm not sure I have high hopes because Songbird is quite annoying to deal with on this stage here. Hopefully Gwen here will be able to do this, but we have, yeah, these guys here, and then just going to need to avoid using energy attacks, but luckily we have all physical damage here with Gwen, so let's go ahead and hop in and see how she does. We're going to be taking her in by herself for this attempt here. If it does not go very well, I'm probably just going to throw in 2 just random kind of like stall characters to help pull aggro away from her and give her a little bit more time to get going. And I probably should have looked at her skills before jumping in here, because I have not played her in a while. But we will just go ahead and get that webbing up. Alright, so that guaranteed dodge has been coming in handy, that's for sure. Got iframes. The webbing is really nice actually on that second skill because it does hit multiple targets because she keeps shooting it, so I do like that. So that really helps her survivability here. Need to try to get Songbird out of here. There we go, that was a good one. Gotta let that skill play out a little bit for that damage proc to kick in there. Alright, she's not doing too bad. That guaranteed dodge is really helping here, because we've definitely been getting hit a few times. Alright, there we go. That was actually pretty smooth. She took down that Rumble a lot easier than I thought she would. Alright, awesome. Good job, Gwen. Yeah, so like I said, she's going to be mainly just a Shadowland character, and I just tier 2'd her for fun. I don't think she's going to be one of the first characters that you want to invest in, but characters that do have webbing make them a lot more useful as kind of like a support character or a character that you play in for like in Shadowland and that kind of stuff, because that CC is very valuable. So even at tier 1, just having that extra little bit of webbing could be nice, and she has a lot of iframes, so she's still a good option for Shadowland. I just don't think she's going to be one of the characters you want to invest in early on. But yeah, that's just my thoughts here on Gwenpool. Welcome to my tier 2 team. I'll be using her a little bit more in Shadowland now because she is freshly tier 2'd and she's fun to use. I've always had a soft spot for the Spider-Verse characters, so yeah, I'll definitely be getting my use here. And yeah, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and of course I will catch you in the next one.